is Sunday night on our huge, crazy weekend. Man, I don't know where y'all were, but being on that, what'd they call that? Oh, yeah, international conference Zoom was just off the charts. And with that being said, we're going to kind of go through some of that. I don't know if what you guys did after the call, but we kind of snuck around on different rooms and different things, and just to hear some of the people talk and just other leaders, and it was off the charts. It was absolutely off the charts, guys. I don't know what you guys got out of this Saturday, but the only thing that I'm missing from this weekend was some hugs. Straight up, that's how good it was. If I would have got some hugs on top of that, now I got to admit, we had a watch party here at the house, so we had some of the team over, and I did get my hugs, so it was kind of cool, but it wasn't the same. Getting to see, like Winston, I don't get a chance to see you all the time. You know, I see you on here, but to get to see you in life, you know, it's a big difference. So, you know, Mr. Sherman and everybody, so. But yeah, so thank you guys for being on the call tonight, because I want to share from my heart and go over a few things. And I want to hear from you guys too tonight. Okay, I want to hear what you guys got, because it'll expand my learning. Because one of the things I get with my books, right? So here's a book. This is Go Givers Sell More, recommended by Mr. Provenzano years ago at a leadership. So here's my thing: you borrow a book from me. When I read my books, I highlight in yellow. So so Winston wants to read this book. Winston, I recommend this book. Read it. You cannot highlight in yellow. You have to highlight in another color, right? So what's that give me? That gives me insight to what somebody else got out of the same book I read. So that's why I'm going to have people pitch in tonight, because I want to hear what you got, because I might have missed something, and vice versa. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to start it off. But I'm going to start it off with another book. All right, this is my Firemans Bible. My kids got me this years ago, and today's the 21st of the month. Okay, doesn't matter what month, but today's the 21st of the month. So what do I read? I read Proverbs 21. Mr. Thomas has talked about this. I've done this for years. So it says here, Proverbs 21:3. Doing what is righteous and just is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. We're always about sacrifice, and we have to be careful. We do things right. We have to sacrifice right. And because it's more important to do what is right and maintain that righteousness. Okay? And I'm telling you guys right now, that was a tough pill to swallow in business, because we had to do something that was right, that cost us some money. Someone wasn't doing something right, and he was a big part of our organization. And we had to recommend that what happened got taken care of and turned over to ACN, and it cost us. It cost us a pretty penny. But I feel better not having that money than I would have if I had that money. Does that make sense? Because I did right. Okay. So did you guys get a lot? You know, and you're going to kind of have to show your face today, guys. And only because I don't care what you're wearing, but only because of interaction. Because did anybody get anything out of the international besides me? Look at Akiko. Akiko, what time did that end for you? Because it ended here at what, 3 o'clock, a little after 3?
Oh, like for the international?
Yeah, what time did it end in Japan? What time?
12 a.m. till 7 a.m.
That's an all-nighter, guys. That's an all-nighter. We all slept till 7:55. Not all of us, but all-nighter. That's amazing. But that's commitment. She's made a commitment. She's made a commitment to her, to her husband, and what they want. So that's awesome. That's freaking motivating right there, man. That is just, man. Thank you very much, Akiko. So who started it off? The Burts started it off. You know, they talk about a lot of the stuff that I already knew, but I'm going to go over stuff. I'm going to highlight stuff that I didn't know. Okay. So when the birds talked about, not that I didn't know, but that really clicked for me. That makes sense. Like it rang my dinner bell. Okay. So here's something that we don't use a lot that the birds talked about. Why is the person joining a business? See, we usually don't dig into that. Why they join the business? How much money do they want to make in the first month, the first 6 months, the first year? You see what you start doing? You start inciting vision in that person to see. It's not like, oh, I got to get qualified. And then how many people have had someone get qualified and disappear? See, a lot of times they couldn't see themselves past getting qualified. And that's a huge deal. Okay. So that was big. And here's the other words that we all, and I hear us do it all the time, trying to get customers. Hey, Harrison, we can switch you up and get you on my service. We can change your service. See those two words, switch and change? Switch and change are scary for a lot of people, even though change is the only constant in all of our lives. Because you're already 5 minutes older than you were when this call started. Okay? So, and that's what I got out of the BARTs. Now, here's something the Mazers, Patrick Mazer talked about. McDonald's, who got this? McDonald's feeds 1% of the world's population. I'm like, are you kidding me? 1% of the world's population. That's crazy. What if your business had 1% of the people in your city? Would you be in a different position than you are now? Just 1%. Speaking to people. Okay, it was crazy. How about Adamroop? Adamroop, a lot of the stuff, I've been studying a lot of the ID seal. Okay, we've been pushing that. Even with my business networking group, been pushing that a lot, and it's paid off. How many of y'all printed what's in the back office on your ID seal? Has anyone printed that? I think, Harrison, you said something because we were at the table together taking notes. Celia, print that stuff off, guys. This helps you when someone has how many knew when we got energy here in California and we were trying to get energy customers? You know how many people said, so what are they going to do? Are they going to come out and dig up all the lines that Pacific Gas and Electric put in, PG&E? No, they use the same lines. But you see, people don't know. But I've had people on my team like, I don't know. Hold on. I'm going to have to ask somebody that they didn't know. So that's my point, guys. This is a fairly new service for a lot of us. But if you learn a little bit about it, so when someone asks a question and you can answer it, it's going to take you somewhere. It's going to help you get that finalized and get that customer. So print that stuff off and look. How about Harsh Patel? Is Harsh Patel a freaking animal? That dude, 12-minute PBZ. And did you guys notice he only got to box 12? Or I'm sorry, I'm not box 6. I doubled everything. He got to box 6. Then he had those 3 guys come in and close it out with the success stories. And you wonder why he's putting in as many people as he is. Simple. But here's what he said. Here's what Harsh said that I got to write this down. That the experts call us. Let me read this here. Oh, yeah. The Amazon of services. What does that tell you guys? People look at us as a powerhouse. It's not going to be long, and they're going to look at us like they look at the Verizon market, the AT&T market, the Dish and the direct market. Yeah, we all have them in there. But that's how people are looking at us. You got to know what you got. Is that crazy? And what else he said, what I like is, and a lot of people don't realize, is when we were in school, we got caught cheating. Go to the office. Anybody have to go to the office as much as me? I was a cheating fool. Now I'm in business. Sorry, y'all know my background now. But now this business, they promote that. Rob and duplicate. If all my answers is the same as Marvin's and Marvin's creating success, what happens to my business? I create success because it's working. Rob and duplicate. I don't got to think anything. Why reinvent the wheel? Not that I'm lazy, but if I can grab the wheel and go, I'm good. How about Stephen Payton? He talked about the energy, Zoom. Okay. Who caught energy is a $500 billion market? Winston. Yeah, Winston's like, Guys, when we talked about, what was that? McDonald's feeding 1% of the world. What if you had 0.5%? Do yourself a favor. Do the math on that. If you had 0.5% of 500 million in billing volume a month. What's that? No, I wouldn't buy my mother-in-law a house. No, sorry. Oh, sorry. She's on here. I'm just kidding, Luann. I'll buy Dave a house. You can live in it. So that's huge. 500 billion. What do you guys got in your hand? You guys own and operate a business within a business that has the market of $500 billion by itself. Man. And how about old Miles? Miles with Vivint. You kidding me? Who does 6 months of no monitoring payments? 6 months. That's just crazy. Mr. and Mrs. Williams, Megan Ryan Williams. Yeah, there's a couple things that they said that I really liked here. And we do that a lot in the Fresno market. I only say that because I don't know what some of the markets do. I don't know what Winston does in New York. I don't know what Miss Walker does. And I don't, with her little young baby there. I don't know what your markets are, or what you guys do with your customers. But we here in Fresno, we've kind of created a habit that's kind of gone viral within our market, is we do a lot. Miss Evelyn Phipps talked about that, what she does for her customers. What we do for our customer with Regional Director Luann Pinedo-Madden. Mrs. Phipps, the wife, we make tamales. We make tamales and give it to our customers. Hey, Winston's a gas customer. Here's 6 tamales. I'm telling you, people like calling you next year. Hey, dude, what month are you guys making tamales? And I was giving bad time. I have to look to see. I'm gonna have to look to see if you're still my customer. I'm still your customer. Okay. Just checking. But they look forward to that. But see, that's making your customer know and feel value. Okay. And here's the other thing they said. I like this. And this is something maybe we could try here. Is 40 bills, right? They said 40 bills. Let's try to get 40 bills, not points, bills in your first 120 days. That's not bad. That's a good little thing to get someone new going on. 120 days. What is that? 3 months? 4 months? That's not bad. What if we did that much ourselves? Our team. Marv and I. Okay, let's see who gets 104. You know how guys, Sam Foster, Winston. Okay, hey, $100 each. The first guy gets 40 bills, and the next 120 days gets all the money. No, don't do that. I'm saying. But see, guys are competitive. Look at Sam's like, oh, that's a good idea. But I'm just giving you guys examples. What if you did that with your team? A lot of us are with the family and friends anyway. Do something fun. But 40 bills in 120 days, you can make it a competition. You can make it, hey, let's do this together. And all of you do it, which will pay you better residuals in the long run. Okay. And then who was next? Mr. Tony Koopas. Love that guy. Here's what he said. He said a lot of stuff I've heard before and everything else, but here's what freaking slapped me in the face. Cybercrime increased. Remember we talked about knowing your ID seal a few minutes ago? Cybercrime has increased 400% in 2020. 400%. Now, what if I went over to Freddie Sherman? Remember, Freddie, you and I have been friends for a long time, dude. I don't want you to get hacked. Cybercrime went up 400% last year. See, this is information, And Mr. Dude, my brother actually got his two kids. I told him to get ID seal, and he didn't. And both his kids' social security numbers got hacked when he turned his taxes in. He couldn't even claim them. It's going to take him about 2 years to get that fixed. He calls me, dude, I should have listened to you. I can only show you the door. You got to go through it. But if Freddie's my another buddy, said, I'm going to tell him, hey, my brother got hacked. That's going to take him about 2 years to clean up. Cybercrime went up 40%. Dude, I don't want you. It's bad enough now. You got to buy a lawyer to fix all this crap. That's even more money. If I didn't like you, I wouldn't be hooking you up. Do me a huge favor. You see what I'm saying? But use this information against those, well, not against them, but against those people to get them to see that they need to become your customer, that you're looking out for them and you're asking for the favor. Okay. Now, who's next? Franco LaFranco. Love that guy. He's awesome. What were you talking about? 37 billion breached records. 37 billion. It's going to be what, $6 trillion over the next 3 years. Harrison, I'm telling you this, brother, because I love you. I've known you for, since we was in the 8th grade. I'm telling you this because they're going to be over $6 trillion in the breaching and the hacking. You're no longer a consumer. You're a target. See, you're a target, Harrison. Get out of being a target. Let's hook you up. Let's get you protected. So little things that these guys all say. What was the next one here? Cody Mackey. Here's what it is. And I'm going to say this to some people on this call because I know how they feel about being a leader. And if you feel like I'm talking to you, I am. Like Samuel Foster says, white chocolate, going to throw it down right now. I've been using that name lately, but sorry about that. You created a monster. But here's what he said. Be the non-negotiable leader your team needs. Not you. This ain't about you. If you've brought people into this business, they are looking to you. You are the leader, the guide to their hope, their dreams, their financial future, their time freedom. You are. Each and every one of it. Everybody you brought in. That was huge. And then, how'd you guys like that SVP promotion? I don't know how that was. Were all three of them in one position, I guess? I don't know. It was a family. That was pretty cool. But here's what's crazy. He said compete, but never compare. Never compare. Sam Foster been getting a grip of people at the mall. Grip of people. Apex Predator. I'm like, I can't let him show me up. It forces me to get out more. To compete against him. Not come out with Sam Foster's getting more names than me. Maybe this business isn't for me. Marv, help me. It's true. Tell me how you haven't heard that. Crazy. Compete, but don't compare. And then Jeff and Melissa Street, they're always good. She's got a real good social media platform that she uses. Both of them do. But I did like, and this is something I learned from them. Now, we all seen the videos on there where people come on live. I don't have a phone up here. People come on live and talk. So we have a tendency to talk too much. If you don't believe me, ask Mr. Thomas about us doing the 1 through 10. Short little videos. And she said, quick, live, positive videos. She didn't say anything about the business. Quick, live, positive videos. Do something. Think outside the box. If it doesn't work or someone says something, do it something different next week. You guys got a blank canvas to paint. You don't like the color on it? Change color. Okay? And then James, man, who doesn't like James Adlam? That dude he's one of the most amazing speakers, inspirational leaders. You know what's crazy? When I was blessed enough to go to South Africa, Mr. Thomas as a guest, and on the retreat they had, I sat in the bus and we went out to a safari, and James Adams sat behind Nakota Bragg, right? So we're on retreat, right? You're not recruiting anybody in South Africa because honestly, we're not in South Africa. And he was sitting, so Nakota Bragg, and I'll never forget this, Nakota Bragg was sitting in the front seat with his wife. James Adams, his wife, were right behind him. All those two talked about was just, this is what you call a mastermind. If you've ever read the book, Think and Grow Rich. If you have not read that book, Think and Grow Rich, you make that a mission to do that before June's here. It's that powerful. They were going back and forth on how to launch people, and it was a constant. They weren't just BSing them or like, oh, did you see the lion? It was so beautiful, and the giraffe. They didn't talk about all that crap. Yeah, all that was cool when they saw it, but they're going back and forth, throwing ideas about growing business. Who do we do? That inspired me. You know, I got Rose, and as quiet and as the church mouse quiet she was, all the personal development she's done has really created a businesswoman. And we're throwing ideas back. Hey, what do you think about this? Hey, what do you think about that? But it's important we get those people. They just reiterate that it's James Adams. That's what kind of a mind is. It's like, wow, how do I get that way? You got to be like that. You got to do those things. Who's read one book this year so far? Who's read 2 books this year so far? 3 books. We had 3, Dave. 4 books. Man, Freddie's a monster. 5 books. Who's going to read 5 before the year's over? See, here's what it is. Here's what's going to happen. You guys, because James Adams, it's his time right now. Who's going to take his position? Not his position. Who's going to take his spot? Who's going to be that apex leader? Who's going to be that individual? Who's going to read and develop and create themselves? It's all up to us. It's like, you want it, go get it. That's how simple this business is. You want it, go get it. Okay? Real quick here. He talked about the most powerful thing for people is hope. And that's true. Another thing he said that really hit was keep moving forward. No matter what happens to you, keep moving forward. And then, of course, Mr. Provenzano, he never says anything amazing at the end of these events. Ever. Man, I couldn't write fast enough for him. But wait, broaden your vision, but narrow your focus. What else did he say? Days are long, but wisdom is short. Be intentional, or the future will be as common as your past. Lay it on the line every day. You know, talking about laying on the line every day, I'm going to maybe read something to you here. There's great value when you don't have any options. How many of you have options if what you guys are doing right now don't work? None of y'all. Rose and I were talking today about her pension. If I wasn't around, she got no pension. They dropped her pension. She maybe makes $700 a month. And now to do anything else, they'd have to be in a 401k, 457, something like that. That's all they got left. It's like, that's gone. Here's something new. Just dumped it. See, here's the other one. Here's the last thing he said, is fight the urges to quit. Fight through until successful. That's why we all walk today. We fought the urges to crawl and kept standing up until we took that 1 step, then those 2 steps. And now we all running the marathon of life, aren't we? Crazy. But that's what I got out of this weekend. All right. With that being said, who wants to go first? Give us some ideas of what the big things you guys got out of this event this weekend. Who wants to go first? Raise your hand.
I'll go first.
Sam!
Yeah. What's his name? Dan. His name Dan Polanino.
Volanino, yes, sir.
Dan Volanino. I was looking for trying to catch the big phrases and the big words that everybody was gonna say. And it hit me, simplicity hit me. When him and his wife had their two girls to step up and open their mouth and say, because of ACN, I got braces, both of them. And I said to myself, how simplistic can that be for everybody to relate to, that these kids have some as simple as braces on their mouth because their parents are an ACN. Those are the smaller things that they don't even have to worry about. Things are already paid for. It shocked me, and both of them stuck their face up there and their braces popped at the same time. I said, they are wild, man. Wow.
That's so true. So true. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. Simplicity. Man, what a blessing. Who else?
Thank you, Sherman. It's a one sentence. You always hear people say, oh man, how do I get motivated? Who can motivate me? He said, I can't remember which one it was. He said, if you need encouragement, don't become an entrepreneur.
Ooh. Burn my finger on that one, Freddie.
It burnt mine too.
That's awesome.
Game on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who else? Nobody got anything else out of the international? Winston, what'd you get out of it, Winston?
Go ahead.
Hi, good evening. I mean, actually, what I got out of the international is actually something that Mr. Foster touched on like 2 weeks ago when he trained. Like, we're just at the right place at the right time. And just like, even in the beginning with Mr. Provenzano, when he set the tone, like this, like the journey the company has been on, like this, like even people who are now joining, like if you have a frame of reference from maybe 5 to 7 years before, like the company has changed everything and it's just going in the direction that a lot of people really need. So those of us who are already here, we are lucky that we are in the business and able to take advantage of what's been going on. So that's actually, I mean, all the leaders touch on that in different ways with, you know, the different topics, but that's really what I took from the international.
Awesome, bud. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good hearing from you. Miss Evelyn Phipps, she's ready to roll right now. Got her camera on, her hand up. Unmute yourself, young lady. Got to unmute yourself, Evelyn.
Since we were sharing what some of the people were saying, the ones that were talking, Cody Mack, I really enjoyed what he said, because a lot of people always ask, oh, this is one of those things where they're always recruiting. You're always recruiting. That's a pyramid scheme. Well, I kind of like the way he said it. He goes, we're not interested in recruiting. We are interested in building teams of people who get good at getting customers. And I thought that is pretty awesome, because customers are what really pay us, residual, long time. Yes, we get bonuses, but that's right then and there. But customers are the residual. That's the bread and butter of our life, you guys. So I thought that was really neat. You know, and he, you know, I wrote down a bunch of things he said: broaden your vision, but narrow your focus, you know, just things like that. Be intentional with your time. We hear that from Mr. Thomas all the time. And the days are long, but the days are short. Just consistency is the key. I mean, honestly, I got a little something out of all of them, but that was something new for me. As many internationals have I been to, that was something new. That was one of my new golden nuggets. So I just thought I'd share.
Mr. King, Luisen Peon from Japan. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Yeah, I really liked Mr. Patel that did a very short presentation. I like what he said, how he got picked. He worked at a bank, and one of his customers picked him. So, and now he's a beast. He has a huge organization. It's that simple, right? Just every day, pick 2 or 3 people, or get out there and get some no's, like Mr. Foster, for example. I also liked also how he said, I just copied Mr. Mazer's presentation. I'm actually better than him. He was like, I have a better presentation. I thought that was great. Thank you very much.
Isn't that true though? Didn't have to reinvent the wheel. Copy paste. Look what it's done for him.
Hey, Mr. King. Hey, just a FYI for Mr. Payon. That individual that he recruited, he's actually out of the Texas market in this area. So I'm ticked off to the highest because I should have got it. God dog it. God dog it.
Dang it.
Now you know it's in the area though, Sam.
Yeah.
That's for sure. That's awesome. Anybody else? Miss Luann?
Okay, so I think Harsh Patel said this, but I'm not sure because it was writing, taking screenshots. I've got a lot of great screenshots. The bigger the why, the harder you'll try.
Yeah.
I remember that. And, Greg Provenzano always has that great close. We're capable of doing so much more. The brain, the soul, capable of doing so much more. He said, of course, taking action within the next 72 hours. If you don't do something in 72 hours, you're going to go back into your old habits. And that's so true. As a matter of fact, I have to get off this call because I got to call somebody that I said I would call at 6 o'clock. I just remembered I'm supposed to call her at 6.
Good. Go.
Yeah. So I got to call her right now. And we went out to eat, and I've been trying to talk to everybody. So it's just, I need talk to more people about the business instead of trying to get customers. Because one of my mentors told me that. Because I need to focus on business partners, more business partners, and less customers. So, yeah. So you'll excuse me all. I have a very important phone call to make.
Get on it, Mom. Get on it, Miss Luann.
Bye-bye.
All right, Mama Lou, hitting it hard. Awesome. All right, who we got left? What's that, Dave? Dave Cole, I saw you raise your hand.
I think a couple things. I think what James Adams said was the two things he said was like how someone recruited. He used the example of how someone recruited who. He like went from Debbie Davis to Mike King to Orrin Solomon to James Allen himself to his wife, then to Reverend Wanda, and how the domino effect happened regarding that. And also, I got the mazes in your head. Once you conquer the maze out of your head, you become amazing. So that's what I really got out of it. So
awesome. Yeah, it's pretty cool when those guys talk about their lineage. On so and so found so and so found so and so. You're like, what?
Absolutely.
It's pretty cool. So, all right. Who else? Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that. What's that, Harrison? Oh, yeah. Awesome. You can speak, bud.
Hello. Hey. Thanks for me on the spot. So, I got a couple of things from it. The new products that are coming up this midsummer, the Flash 5G was one, in the advancement on the ID Seal ProTech. I thought that was pretty cool to get that more information so I can pump that out even for those that the customers I do have with that. Cody Mackey, the Keep a Book of Nose, and the pressure from the water, that scenario that he gave with that, just putting pressure on you, and just when you put something on that spout and how it actually aims into a focus, and by putting that pressure on that water and how it just spouts out and it just makes you even further. So just being pressed down on it, just that was enough for me. And just being able just to see the pressure when I get a no, and I get another no, and I keep on going back to them. And I thought I was doing it wrong because I would go back to them And the main thing he said is never stop inviting them until they tell you absolutely no, just stop, you know? And so the follow-up was, you know, the 30 days, or can I come back to you in 90 days? So that was pretty cool. Just because I've been ghosted maybe probably several times. So just continue going out there. Don't put them on the book of no's until you get an absolute no.
Absolutely, boss. Thank you. That was good information right there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Who else got? Miss Walker, do you want to say something? Unmute yourself. Who we got? Celia? How about Celia? Go ahead, dear. Unmute yourself. Oh, I think she froze too. Doggone Amway internet. There you go. Can you unmute yourself, Celia? Nope, she froze again. How about Miss Akiko? We're waiting for Celia to unfreeze.
Can you? Hi. I just got like probably after like this might be after the international convention, and somebody say after I watch all this, and then 10% is ACN, 90% is how you success is 10% is ACN, but 90% of yourself. So like even though like we have a great system, a great services, a great company, but like 90% is up to us. So yeah, just like this is the powerful thing that I got the most like from this event. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Miss Celia, can you unmute yourself? I don't know how to do that here. Should be a bottom microphone on the left. And she froze again. That's all right. Did you get a lot out of it? Thumbs up. There we go. Awesome, awesome. We'll catch up with you on with that. There you go. There you go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Guys, we're going a little bit over. Anybody else want to speak up? No? Okay. That's what I got on international, guys. I look forward to this next international and what it's going to do for us. But while we all sit here and we train and we try to get better every day, isn't it interesting that the Mr. Koopas and our co-founders are already talking about what else they're bringing to the table? I mean, IDC is a kick butt thing for us now. And I'm always getting alerts and everything else because they're watching out for the stuff that I can't watch out, and they're going to make it better for the same price. And on top of that, they talked about bringing out another phone company. Don't know who it is. And it's going to be, what, did you guys see the gigs per line? 50 gigs and 75 gigs per line per month. I mean, I use like 2 or 3 gigs a month. And it's like, there's some animals out there that we can reach out to, because now if someone burns, I can't get them Verizon if they do 20 gigs a month, 10 gigs a month. So, and it's got 40% cheaper than Verizon and AT&T. I'm like, are you kidding me? Wonder who that is. Anyway, but guys, it just keeps getting better. All we got to do is it's like our back's taken care of in this business. Our back is watched. All we got to do is go forward and fight for our families, fight for our freedom, fight for our independence from corporate America. Guys, tomorrow morning, we're hitting it hard. What is this? It's March still. I think Miss Natasha's going to be bringing the rain again. Bring your umbrellas, because it's going to be hot and heavy. Love you guys. I can't wait to grow again with you guys, and let's keep getting better. And I want to hear next week, next year. Let's talk about next week or week after that. Let's talk about who did 40 services in 120 days or who's made that commitment. All right. All right, guys. You guys, God bless. You guys have a blessed night. We'll see you at 9 a.m. tomorrow.